Hi everyone, I'm Zahra from Model for Teachers, Self-Care for Educators. In this video, I want to talk about the challenges that I face as a teacher. Well, I'm an English teacher. I've been teaching since 2009, facing different challenges while teaching high school students, junior high school students, and now university students. Since for recent years I've been teaching university students, I focus on the present situation, that is teaching general English and EAP or English for academic purposes to university students. Let's see what are the challenges that I face. The major challenges can be divided into these three categories. The challenges that I have with the students, the challenges with the department's rules and regulations, and the challenges that I face with the administration. Let's first of all go to see what are the challenges that I face with the students. I can divide these challenges into the challenges before COVID-19 outbreak and the challenges during COVID-19 conditions. Before COVID-19, in my large classes with 40 to 50 students in one of the universities, the classes were heterogeneous in terms of students' language proficiency. This demotivated some students. In small classes in the other university that were formed based on the placement test, I didn't have this problem, but these students were from higher ranking university entrance exam scores. They were so intelligent, so they are kind of spoiled. They have very high expectations, and the major challenge in these classes is that we need to be very patient with teaching them, first of all, the norms of the university. And all my colleagues share this challenge at the beginning of every educational year. And now, during Corona condition, I can say that keeping all the challenges that I mentioned regarding before COVID-19, now I can add to them the problems of using technology. Although today's students are known as digital natives, their lack of familiarity with the LMS problems, of course, and with the online classes, their lack of willingness, in fact, to take part in online classes, and their tendency, it added their tendency to skip classes, to take technical shortcuts, to skip classes. They were not in the class when they were already logged in. They could cheat on the exam and quizzes, and many other shortcuts that they could take are added. It is as if their digital age literacy was limited to finding ways to taking shortcuts and skipping classes. Well, let's see what are other challenges. The challenges with the department's rules and regulations. Before COVID-19, in my large heterogeneous classes that I talked about, the textbooks that were decided and determined by the department, not selected by us, were either too easy for a few of the students or too difficult for some other students. There were only some part of the class that the textbooks fit them. If the final exams were designed by the department, these tests followed some particular teacher's taste of teaching style and testing style. If they were designed by any classroom teachers, there was the discussion of inequality between scores from this class to the other class. Some students, said that we failed because our instructor designed very difficult tests, and it was not the same with other classes, and these discussions continued. Also, deciding who to pass or fail based on the regulation of, for example, absence, 3 absence equaled being omitted from exam list, was a problem because sometimes we realized that the student had some justified excuse to be absent, or were proficient enough to catch up by themselves. So these were some challenges that we faced. But now during the COVID condition, again, keeping all the before COVID-19 challenges constant, let's add some extra challenges. For example, the workload on teachers' shoulders is excessive. Also, due to the lack of supervision and the effectiveness of online classes, we are expected to cover this deficiency. We are expected to report on any session, on any activity, on any student's performance as a portfolio and submit to the department every other week. And this is another workload. It's not that portfolio that is effective. It's just a report, and also the creation of the lessons to upload them, to teach them online with different management policy that online classes require is another challenge. Also, head of the department usually logs in our live sessions to observe our classes. And although having supervisors once a semester is a norm, this unannounced arrival somewhat challenges our privacy, and I don't really like it. Well, let's go to the next part, the challenges with the administration. Before COVID-19, the whole challenge with the administration was limited to low payment, as usual, not being able to change time of the classes. Sometimes it was needed, time and place of the classes, but it was not really flexible. And facing problems with the classroom devices like computer or overhead projector. For example, I rely on using PowerPoint presentation, audio, and video in my teaching. Most of my classes didn't have computers, so I had to take my laptop and speakers. And if it happened that a class didn't have overhead projector, or if it was not working well, and it usually happened, and if it was not possible to change the room, because sometimes different instructors were using their own classes projector, and it was not to change the room. I had to change my teaching style entirely to a conventional one. And now, considering again some of the previous problems and challenges, we should consider that the online mode of instruction has made due to the online mode of instruction, my problem with classroom devices or technological infrastructure has changed to low capacity of the servers, the LMS that is sometimes out of access, and the IT support that has limited work hour while students and instructors use the system 24/7. The workload that has been excessively multiplied, but the payment, which was already low, has not changed. Due to the possibility of the students cheating on their online final exam, we have to run an interview session as the oral exam at the end of the semester. For this reason, it was the department's decision, but administrator and the LMS does not support it, the scheduling. So we have to schedule it on a WhatsApp or a Skype session, and it's again another pressure and challenge for all of us to schedule time with the students one by one. Well, okay, let's see what are my feelings about the circumstances that brought on the challenges. In each case that I mentioned, I felt frustrated at the beginning, but gradually I thought about whether my frustration is out of the rigid rules or my own weak point. Based on my reasoning and discussing things with colleagues, I decided to strengthen myself to deal with the challenges more logically and effectively, or sometimes discuss them with the department and through them with the administration. And also, if I want to talk about how I can view challenges as opportunities for learning, I can say that I've tried to improve first of all, my digital literacy among other um, knowledge areas of knowledge, and also my patience, my self-esteem. As I mentioned, I try to develop my own personal weak points. On the other hand, when I discovered that the situations could be better and were not my fault, I tried to learn the alternatives to be able to discuss things with the university. So this required more self-esteem and confidence that I improved it too. Wow. Now let's see the benefits of facing these challenges and admitting how I feel about the circumstances that brought about these feelings and these changes. These challenges, as I mentioned, directed me towards a pathway through which I gained more technical knowledge, pedagogical competence, skills, and also, above all, I developed more patience, confidence, and mindfulness through taking courses like Self Care for Educators by Moodle for Teacher and different courses, and also through different professional development courses. I can also say that now I have developed a new kind of identity as a teacher who has experienced and dealt with the before and during Corona problems and challenges. Challenges with the department and administration also helped me develop sense of agency and advocacy alongside the confidence and efficacy that I gained. And finally, the challenges with these students helped me with learning more about the psychological aspects of learners, learning, patience, mindfulness, humanity, and love. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a nice time.